Hi guys, welcome to this video on choosing a niche market. It's probably one of the things that most marketers struggle with online, and I think it's probably the thing where most beginners at least fail miserably. Part of the reason is because it's quite difficult, and part of the reason is there seems to be a real ignorance on the importance of the subject. So in this video I'm going to show you something that I only discovered quite recently, after building website after website and ebook after ebook without selling much. The key thing really is online. If you want to sell information products, the real trick is definitely not getting tons of traffic. I've had many websites in obscure niches get tons of traffic but not selling anything. There seems to be this there's almost this ignorance amongst many internet marketing gurus, teaching you to buy private label rights on products that no one really wants, and then just throwing a ton of traffic at it, hoping that that would convert into sales. And for the most part of it, it probably worked 5 years ago, but the internet's moved on, and I think people have become a bit more sophisticated in what they are willing to spend their money on. So buying crappy products and throwing a ton of traffic at it is definitely not the way to go. The other thing is that this is another common problem where a lot of newbies think they're not a good copywriter, and that's why their products are not selling. And that's absolutely not the truth. It's true that great copywriting can make a huge difference in your conversions. There's no doubt about it. But on a very fundamental level, you don't need to be a great copywriter. As you'll see in the rest of this presentation, I'm going to show you exactly what the real key element is. And then the other thing is, you also don't have to sell the best products. It's a bit of a difficult one, because many online marketers think that it's all about the product. The product's only a small part of the whole equation. What's much more important than all of those three myths really is just, you got to find and sell products that people actually want to buy. And as soon as you do, life becomes a lot easier. You can try and convince people as much as you like, but in the end they will only buy what they really want. So for me, targeting a niche market is all about finding what people really want to buy and what people are really willing to spend money on. So that's kind of the key focus of this short presentation. Now you got to understand that if you choose the wrong niche market, you are going to be doomed for failure. You can spend all your time building your website, developing products, and getting traffic that you can blow a ton of money on pay-per-click advertising. If you choose the wrong niche market, you're going to run against a brick wall time and time again. But on the other hand, if you choose the right niche market, you're going to be it's going to be very hard to fail, because you're going to sell something that people really want to buy, and that's the key thing. So I mean, it's not this black art in choosing niche markets. It's something that it's a bit of a science really, and there's a couple of key things you need to think about. The most important one is, you got to think in terms of what pains or what problems people have, because that's what people are really looking for online. They have problems that they want to solve. To be honest with you, people they're not all that interested in what you've got to say. They don't want to know your opinions. They want solutions to their problems, and that's why they go online in the first place. So I think the best way to start researching new niches online is let's start with the three biggest problems that I would say 99% of all people suffer from in some shape or form. The one is money. I mean, everybody's got some sort of a money problem. It's either having too much of it or not having enough of it. Health is the other big one. Everybody's got some sort of a health problem, whether it's losing weight, having aches and pains. Health is a big problem that people suffer from in some shape or form. And the third big one is relationships. People they're either not in one, or they're in one they want to get out of. There's always issues in terms of relationships, and all three of these, you can call them super niches. They're linked to a lot of emotion, so they're emotional problems, and that's why these three mega niches always sell. And if you look at the most successful products online, they all fall within these three niches. So how can you use that in finding your place online? Now, I mean, there's a lot we can talk about, but for now I just want to give you some ideas and help you to sort of get this brainstorming going. So let's look at the first one. Let's look at money, for instance. So what you need to do is you need to think in terms of the actual problems that people have, and the easiest place to start is probably to think in terms of money problems that you or people close to you have. These can be something like getting out of debt. That's an example of finding a niche within the bigger money niche. Another one can be investing. Another one can be how to do your taxes. Another one can be how to make money. Another one can be how to start a business. So within the bigger niche of money, there's a whole series of problems that people have. And then what we can do is we can take each one of these and drill them down another level. So you can look at investment, for instance, and say, okay, well, what sort of problems do people have in terms of investment? So some people want to learn how to trade forex. They want to learn to trade the stock market. Some people want to know how do you invest for retirement, stuff like that. You got to think in terms of specific problems, and you got to drill down as much as you possibly can. So if you focus on real world problems and think what people are struggling with day to day, zoom into it as closely as possible, then you most definitely have a niche. And you most definitely have a niche that's very likely to be successful as an information product. So what I would suggest you do is go through this whole process and try and come up with anything between 10 to 15 ideas, and think in terms of those three main niches. Think in terms of money problems, think in terms of health problems, think in terms of relationship problems. And for now, just forget about whether you're an expert or not. That's something that you can take care of later on. For now, you want to identify a niche market, brainstorm 10 to 15 ideas, and then go to this URL. If you go gurumastermindcourse.com/free, then download Eben Pagan's. He's got several videos in that course, but if you watch the first video, it's probably about 45 minutes long. Watch that video, and he gives a ton of information on how to be more specific in targeting niches, and he's got this really great quiz, which is it's a 3-step qualification for each of your niche ideas to qualify whether it's worth pursuing or not. And as you'll see in his video, it's a great way to know before you even spend a minute or a dime of your time and money developing websites and ebooks, to know whether it's going to work or not. So yeah, it's been a short video, and I hope it gave you some ideas, but do spend your time on this. It really is that important. And best of luck to you.